Speedrunner 0 to 18 here, and welcome to the 386 Speedrun Challenge, based on the 386 challenge by Chaotic Meatball, where I try and beat the game as fast as possible with all 386 Pokémon in Leafgreen version. However, there are some rules we have to abide by while we do this. 1. I can only use my main Pokémon in battle. No exceptions. If my current Pokémon faints, I reset to my last save point. If I don't have a save point, then I restart the whole run. The only time I'm allowed to have my main Pokémon to faint is to escape the Elite Four. I allow this to prevent any kind of soft lock so I can leave and grind if I need to. I deposit all HM Pokémon before doing this so I don't end up using them in battle. 2. Held items and items in battle are allowed. 3. No glitches or manipulations. 4. The run is timed with in-game time. Each Pokemon then after the run will be placed on the leaderboard with their final in-game time to see how well they compare against the other Pokemon we've done so far, as well as compare them to Pokemon similar to them. If you happen to enjoy this series and would like to see more, please hit that like and subscribe button. I release these speedrun challenges every Friday and release other speedruns on other days, so a subscription is very appreciated. Thank you. To start this run off, I replaced the grass starter with Marill. Marill starts off with Tackle and Defense Curl, but we'll learn Water Gun pretty soon. This should make for an easy Brock fight. After doing the usual stuff of getting the free potion and obtaining a rat and bird for HMs, I go through Viridian Forest and go fight Brock. I had to grind until level 10 to get Water Gun, but once I did, this battle was a wash. The trainers on Route 3 were pretty easy, and then I went to Mount Moon. The Rocket Grunt was also tricky due to Zubat loving to use Supersonic. And then at level 15 I learned Rollout, a very OP move. But combine that with Marill's Defense Curl, this will be just like Celio back in episode 1. But Celio did have better stats, so let's see how well Marill does. After getting out of Mount Moon, I teach Mega Punch to Marill for a normal type attacking move to defeat weaker trainers with, and I go fight Rival 2. He was pretty easy thanks to Rollout. After defeating the Route 24-25 trainers, I go fight Misty. During the grind, Marill learned Bubble Beam, which I taught over Water Gun. This fight, though, ends up being pretty easy with Rollout. Damn, this run's going great so far, but hopefully it doesn't go bad later. I really hope I did not jinx things. Although I'm technically scripting this afterwards, so I know what happens. After getting the TM for Dig, I go down to the SS Sand and fight Rival 3. This took a few tries, mostly due to Pidgeotto's sand attack screwing up my Rollout. After leaving the ship, I teach Cut to Rattata and Water Pulse and Dig to Marill. I figured Marill would need it to defeat Lieutenant Surge. Speaking of Surge, he was very hard to defeat. The Voltorb was faster than me and able to deal good damage, and Raichu's Shockwave was just doing too much damage. I even tried giving Marill the Citrus Berry from Route 6, but it didn't really help much since it got activated after only one hit from Voltorb using 2 Sonic Booms. And when I did get to Raichu, I would die to Shockwave very quickly. Or if it went for Double Team, I would miss Rollout, ruining my streak. I didn't want to wait a million years for good luck, so I decided to grind. The best grinding spot for this spot in the game, in my opinion, is Route 6. The Bug Catcher with the Butterfree gives about 650 experience per win. Plus there's a couple of other cool trainers too to fight. After grinding to level 30, I try again. After a few tries, this fight just hasn't changed much at all. The Raichu keeps killing me before I could do anything. I decided to grind again. First time that's happened where I have to grind 2 times. That sucks. Finally, after getting to level 33, I try again. I set up immediately with Rollout, even though I'm still slower than Raichu. I only ended up winning because Raichu used Thunder Wave instead of Shockwave, allowing me to OHKO it with Rollout. God damn, that gym was hard. If it didn't go with Thunder Wave right away, I probably would have had to be several levels higher to outspeed, but I'm glad I can finally move on now. After getting the bike and going through Rock Tunnel with no issues due to me being over-leveled and a water type, I go through Lavender Town and go to Celadon City, where I immediately go to the game corner. After picking up the hidden PP up I always get in these runs just in case I need them, as well as the rare candy, calcium, and a backup hyper potion since I ran out of healing items down there, I go fight Giovanni. Do I really need to explain how much of a pushover he is? I literally defeated him with a Poochyena. I'm sure I can defeat him with a Marill. After getting out, I heal up and go shopping. Besides my usual super potions and super repels, I buy the TM for Brick Break since I felt like Marill may need it for normal type Pokemon, as well as 21 X specials, 11 X speeds, 3 X accuracies, 2 guard specs, and an extra 3 X specials with my remaining money. I'll definitely be back later since this is probably not near enough. After getting Fly, I go to Lavender Town and fight rival number 4. This was very easy due to me being very over-leveled. I also found out why Rollout and Ice Ball can end abruptly sometimes. I asked about this in episode 1, but I found out the reason is that Ice Ball and Rollout can only work for 5 turns in a row before ending. So that explains it. For some reason, I thought it lasts until you miss, but I guess I was thinking of Fury Cutter. Anyway, after drowning the Marowak to hell and rescuing Mr. Fuji, I fly to Celadon City, where I realized I forgot something. So I flew back to Lavender Town and got the TM for return, which I decided would probably be more helpful than Brick Break. But I kept Brick Break on Marill just in case. Then I flew back to Celadon City and biked down to Fuchsia. After getting the full restore, Gold Teeth, and Double Team as a backup strat for the Elite Four, just in case, I fly to Celadon City, where I go to the Silphco. I figured Koga would be too tough for me, and that Rival 5 would be easier, and I was somewhat right. I ended up winning after a few tries, but the fight was still difficult to win since Rollout doesn't last long enough to kill everything, but I managed. After getting the Lappers for strength, I go fight Giovanni. I ended up teaching Surf to Marill over Bubble Beam for a better water attack. However, after several tries, Giovanni was too tough for me to take on since I kept dying to him over and over, mostly due to poison from Nidorino. I left the Silco and decided to fight Koga instead. This didn't end up well either since I was out of healing items and kept getting low on health due to Toxic. So I went to the Fuchsia Mart to buy some super potions and try again. The attempts still kept failing though. These Pokemon were just doing too much damage to me, and Toxic hitting me during a rollout is basically a death sentence since I can't heal. So I ended up teaching Double Team to Marill over Return since I felt like I didn't need Return anymore, and I tried fighting Koga again. I set up several Double Teams, a Defense Curl, and some X-Accuracies to counteract the smoke screens and just spam Rollout. But I still kept losing. I've never had a gym fight this frustrating. Well, I guess you could say Lieutenant Surge, but I think this is more frustrating in my opinion. I figured the only way to progress was to grind. I decided to grind on the 3 Bird Keepers on Route 18 since the Fearow give good experience. I just hope I can finally end this nightmare of a gym. After grinding to level 51, I felt I was ready to take on Koga again. On the winning fight, I decided to use 1 guard spec to prevent the smoke screens from getting to me, set up 5 double teams, a defense curl, and just kill everything. Finally. Koga, I just want to say, f*** you. After getting strength, I fly to Pallet Town, surf down to Cinderbar Island, go in the mansion, get the Carbos and the secret key, then I escape and go fight Blaine. Let me just say one thing about this gym. Casual strats. Spamming Surf. A move that you need to get here. Advanced gamer strats right here. Anyway, after rejecting Bill's Island date for a 3rd time, I fly to Celadon City to fight Erica. Funny thing is, on one of the gym trainers, I got poisoned and had no antidotes, so I had to heal at the center and buy some antidotes. After that whole debacle, I fought Erica for real. Due to the massive level difference, I was able to win pretty easily with 5 double teams to prevent paralysis from Stun Spore. Then I used Defense Curl and spam Rollout for the win. You know, I think it's time we give an old friend a visit. Giovanni. He went down a lot easier this time. Thank you for your patience, Giovanni, and I'll see you in the next speedrun. After defeating Giovanni and making Silphco file another insurance claim for property damages, I go fight Sabrina. I set up a bunch of double teams, defense curl, and spam rollout. After defeating Sabrina, I go fly to Viridian City and go fight Giovanni. At least the black belt didn't give me too many difficulties like last time. Just spam surf on him. Anyway, back to Giovanni. He was pretty easy. What I did was set up 6 double teams, use 2x specials, and just spam surf. Easy. Now on to the final 6 battles. On Rival 6, I set up some double teams, defense curl, 1x speed, and spam rollout. This fight took several tries since I had no healing items, so after one of the losing attempts, I flew to Saffron to buy some hyper potions. You know, I think from now on in these runs, if I'm out of healing items, just go fucking get some. I can't keep doing this crap. Anyway, when I get to the Elite Four, I heal up, deposit my HM users, buy some full restores, and prepare to enter the Elite Four. Let's do this shit! On Lorelei, I set up 6 double teams, defense curl, and spam rollout until Cloyster protected itself to ruin the streak, which I guess was a good thing since I was in red bar when that happened. I healed up and continued the streak when Cloyster stopped protecting itself and hid underwater like a pussy, and I ended up defeating the rest of her Pokemon with rollout. Even though I was put to sleep by Slowbro and frozen by Jinx, causing me to use so many full restores, which was very bad, as you'll see shortly, I still ended up winning. On Bruno, I set up some double teams on Onix, some X specials, and spam Surf on everything. I originally tried to roll out the fighting types, but it didn't really work out too well since it wasn't doing much damage. The fight didn't take long though. On Agatha, I set up some double teams on Gengar, used defense curl and spammed rollout and Surf to get rid of it. I ended up using Surf since rollout wouldn't land on it. When Golbat came out, then I would spam rollout on everything. On Lance, I set up my double teams on Gyarados, defense curl, used some X speeds, and killed Gyarados with rollout, along with both Dragonairs and Dragonite as well. No bullshit from Dragonite today, luckily. Aerodactyl was a bit tricky, but he went down with a rollout. Now on to the final fight. On the champion fight, I tried this fight over and over, but I couldn't win. Guess why? I went into this fight with only 1 full restore left. All those full restores used on Lorelei came to bite me in the ass in the final fight of the game. After trying over and over, on times where I would get past Pidgeot, I would attempt to set up double teams on Exeggutor, but I would keep getting hit. I don't want to spend a trillion years grinding for perfect RNG, so I decided to white out and escape the Elite Four. When I got out, I get my HM users back and went to grind on the bikers on Route 16. This was a good place to train against before fighting the league. I also grinded for money so I could buy back those lost X items from the 4 successful Elite Four fights. This whole run was so fucking stupid. If Lorelei wasn't so damn awful, I could have had 3 or 4 full restores for the champ and at least had a chance of winning, but I didn't, so I'm doing this. I hope this doesn't happen with other Pokemon. Wait, what the fuck am I thinking? Of course it will. What do I think I'm doing? Legendary Pokemon speedruns like every other Pokemon Challenge YouTuber? No, I'm doing speedruns with the shittiest Pokemon in the game for your entertainment in return for my sanity. So let's move on, shall we? Anyway, after grinding to level 67, I bought some full restores and prepared to enter the league. The next Pokemon better not be dog shit. I won't go through the Elite Four since they're basically the same as before but with less X items and better luck. Let's just skip to the champ. When I defeat Lance and I go fight the champion, guess what? I fucking ran out of full restores again! I had no full restores going into the champion. Oh my fucking god, please end this right now. After whiting out to grind for money for more full restores, I came back at level 76, buy some full restores and X items and make it back to the champion. On the final winning attempt, where I actually had fucking full restores left, I set up my double teams, used 2 X speeds, 1 X special, and 2 X accuracies. I spam rollout to kill Pidgeot, Alakazam, and Exeggutor. I surfed the Rhydon and used rollout to kill the Gyarados and Charizard for the win. God damn, this took way too long. I could have won this a long time ago if I had more full restores. I think from now on, I'll just go in the Elite Four with a minimum of 20 full restores. Or do something about that. That was so bullshit, but it doesn't matter. I speedran Pokémon Leafgreen with Marill with a final in-game time of 10 hours and 59 minutes. This puts Marill dead last place on the leaderboards, and dead last among all Stage 2 Pokemon overall. I consider baby Pokemon Stage 1, so Azurill is Stage 1, Marill Stage 2, Azumarill is Stage 3, just in case anyone's wondering about that. I do think Marill could have beaten Poochyana's time if it had a better Lorelei fight. But oh well, these are blind speedruns, so no retries on any of these runs. For now, Marill remains 3rd place on the leaderboard and 2nd place for all Stage 2 Pokemon. It looks like our next Pokemon is Togetic. That's all I got for you. If you happen to like this type of content and would like to see more, please subscribe to the channel. I will be doing the 386 Speedrun Challenge once a week on my channel, as well as other speedrunning content from Nintendo and other video games on the other days. So please subscribe and follow my socials if you enjoy that kind of stuff. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next speedrun.